books. It is said that people are reading less, but is it true? Anytime I go into a library like this one, I get a sense of nostalgia. And that is because in the world of Amazon people reading now on their iPad or Amazon books, e-books, and all these other things. You just come here and you just wonder what is happening to reading. But it is said that a lot of people are reading less, but there are books, and maybe this is children's books. It says those who are reading less, for example, parents are reading less to their children because, well, you have to work and you have other things to do, better things to do. Let's see. These are how to read, games, puzzles. Yeah, puzzles. Let's see, what do they have here? Story puzzles. Even those type of puzzles that people used to encourage their children to have when they were younger, like this one, people no longer spend more time. Sometimes they have it and they don't use it. You probably just buy it as a gift from parents. Or yeah. Let's go and see what we have on the other side. Wild and endangered animals, owls. I think it's what it is, puzzles as well. Yeah. These are not reading materials, building blocks. It says, like, especially in the US, they have less people reading, and people between the ages of, 18 to 34, especially in that age group, a lot of people are reading less. And it seems that after people just left school, people just stopped reading. So when you think about that, what's the reason? But I think it is easy to say maybe ebooks are responsible for that, but I don't think so. I think it's just first of all, ebooks are easier because then people, when they travel on trains and when they do all these other things, it's easier for them just to have access to their books that you can carry it around, unlike a book like this one. Well, let me get one. Okay, this one is not too heavy, but then if you're traveling, you don't want that on you. Okay, you have guided astrology workbook. That's another one. Let's see, what else do you have here? So another thing that happened with books is that there used to be, for example, in Europe, in London, and you used to have free evening news or newspapers that used to be free. There's a book here, but Meryl Streep. It's not that. Not that well, I wouldn't say interesting. You can watch any of her films, you probably know about her, but anyway. So when they used to give those books, people before the age of mobile phones used to have what's it called, they would go into the train, public transport and buses, and you get all these free magazines and they're free newspapers, and you can just read the news, and it was free at the time. And the reason why it was free was because people on the way to work, you needed something to do, so they had. I'm surprised that some of these books are not that big. Like, the how many pages are? 300 and something pages. This one, 100, almost 200 pages. So it seems books are not as big as before. Let me see another one. How many pages this one is? I don't know. It doesn't say. Let's see. This one. Check. 200 pages. Yeah. So 200 pages, it's just not a lot of pages, basically. That's what I'm seeing now. So back to the story, why people are reading less is that they noticed that a lot of people, when they were taking you go to work, you take the bus, and the bus you get all these free newspapers, Evening Standard and all these other things. And I think in Holland and Amsterdam they have something similar, and a lot of people have those, and they would just read, and the newspaper was supported by ads. So basically you're reading and then you have ads. But then they noticed that in the age of personal phones, people were spending more time on social media, reading memes, reels online, instead of actually reading the newspapers. And most of those newspapers actually went basically offline, or basically what's the word when you got they went bankrupt. Britney Spears, okay, and the woman who would have been president. So how many pages? Yeah, about 300 pages, 200 pages. But anyway, so I think why people are reading less is not it's not that people are not reading at all. They just, like, you have communication now with a lot of different media. So you have images, like, and then you have reading, where you read I don't know, memes, all these other things that young people do. So mobile phone, I think, is what is the culprit, in my opinion, on why people are reading less. Let's see, this one is on Taylor Swift. So with the age of mobile phones, people spend more time on their phones. So it's not as if they're reading. If things, for example, they spend more time on reels like TikTok, YouTube, Shorts, Instagram. All these other more interactive stimulus. That means reading books is now a second. It's not even in the list of the maybe top 5 hobbies that a lot of people have. And it is said that a lot of avid readers has decreased a lot, which is, I think, for the book industry, it's a shame, because it means most of the writers now are not doing very well if you're a writer, because if people are not reading, it means, well, you better start making TikTok videos, because there isn't any future. But of course, there are a lot of older people, or even others, who still enjoy reading. It's just that there's just more competition, in my opinion, and that is why this is spirituality. Let me see if you can even find a Bible here. All right, I'll show a lot of about religion. All right, this is the story of the Pope, I think. Pope Francis, my story through history, and maybe similar to the story of in the film Netflix film, the two popes. If you've seen that, quite an interesting take, I suppose. Let's see, what else do we have here? Art. The Rolling Stones. This is an encyclopedia, massive book. All the songs, the story behind every track. This must be, it's heavy. So you have the Rolling Stones. I think reading it's not even the same as reading through women artists, big books. It's all about art and artists. So I think even when people are doing what's it called? Let's see this one. Grace Jones and the other artist who died recently. You have a discount here, discount books. All right. All right. So when you think about all this and what it means, I think it's very difficult to say that books. People stop reading. I just think the way people consume media has changed, and that is mobile phones are the culprit, in my opinion, and also the fact that maybe the world is a different place. Maybe if we had more. Another section here, what's on offer? I don't think we're going to go back actually. Alright, these are gift items. So yeah, I don't think we can go back and they're trying to get children to read more, but I don't think that's going to happen, because I think people read at the time because it was part of, they didn't have all the mobile technology that we had today. And that is why, it's just something you do, like when people used to read more newspapers. And now you can get all the information you need on your phone, so why would you read? And sometimes things have been simplified where in the age of Netflix or AI, that you no longer even need to read. You just type on your phone, it would do the reading for you and give you the summary. So what else do you expect? Anyway, just musing about what it's like to, very noisy here, just musing about what it's like to read. Why people are reading less is because, well, technology means you don't need to read that much, and that's it.